Alright, so we're getting good fuel economy. I just went, you guys saw yesterday, I dumped the 4 gallons of oil and gear oil. It was like 6 quarts gear oil and 3 gallons of oil. So it comes out to like 4 gallons, something like that, 4.5 gallons. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna see what my fuel economy was. Alright, so I'm very much so pushing the envelope on these fill-ups. I got 35.151 gallons on this, and then I added the 4 gallons that I got originally. So this tank of fuel, I got 7.738, you know, a bunch of numbers. So 7 3/4 miles per gallon is basically what I got. Almost 8 miles per gallon, which with this tiny home isn't really all that bad. So I can deal with that. I got 303 miles on 39 gallons, but 4 gallons of that was oil and gear oil. So we're gonna keep on rolling. We're dropping off today. Today's gonna be a good day. Getting paid. Started Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So in 6 days, I think gross total was like 3,000. So this is a $5,400 week for 5 days or 6 days. So for RV hauling, that's really not all that bad. That's pretty decent. That last tank dropped a little bit. We went from 7 3/4 mile per gallon to 6.97, so just about 7 miles a gallon. That's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. I think I got like 226 miles. Yeah, I can't remember how many gallons I put in. I think it was like 32.5 or something. We're dropping in about 5 hours. I've been driving since about 12:40 this morning, which pretty sweet. I can't pick up till tomorrow. It's 2 hours away, my next pickup, and I will only have an hour on my drive time. I'm gonna try to make it work, but it's just, I have like an hour of leeway when I drop this trailer off. So you guys can see I got 6 hours on the drive time and 7 hours and 50 minutes on the shift time, which gives me, if it takes me an hour and a half to drop, which it won't, but like I have an hour and 40 some minutes, maybe 50 minutes, I don't know, close to 2 hours of leeway time on the shift, and I'll be there in 5 hours, so that gives me about 55 minutes extra time on the drive. So when I get there, I can drop off, and then I'll go to like a Love's or something, or a parking lot or something. I got a shower this morning, so it doesn't matter where I park tonight. I'm trying to plan this thing out because I usually leave like super early in the morning, and I can't pick up till like 8 or 9, so that kind of sucks. All right, so I stopped here to take, you know, I was falling asleep, so I kind of wanted to take a little nap because I am way early. It's gonna take like a 10-15 minute cat nap, whatever. But then I'm like, let's organize stuff and let's check over the truck. So I checked everything, checked all the heat on the transmission, the oil pan, everything was fine. Transmission's a little hot. It's at like 218 degrees, but it is very windy outside, and I'm pretty much holding 60 to 62 constantly. Like I can't go any more than that or the EGTs shoot up. So it's very windy out here. Now, I decided to reorganize. Yeah, there you go. You can see, look at the back seat. So I put a ratchet to hold this in place. This is temporary. I just wanted to see if it worked. And then, as you can see right back in there, I threw my blankets and my pillows behind the back seat, which will basically turn that into insulation while I'm driving. Nobody can see it, and I get my wish. It looks like a normal pickup truck. I also put my duffel bag down there, and then I have my crate right here with stuff in it. This is all my snacks and my snacks and my fans and whatnot. So it's coming together. So I don't know if I said this correctly in not the last video, the video before that. I said basically I don't know like what I want with the truck, how I want it set up and everything. I want as stock pickup truck feel as possible. Even though I'm commercial and I'm driving commercially, I want this truck to be a pickup truck all the time. I know people would mention like Cowtown sleepers, which I do like them. Between the Cowtown sleeper, stretching the frame and putting a sleeper in, or getting a single cab with a sleeper, I don't like any of that. I really just ideally want a pickup truck. That's all I want, okay? Organization can come later. I can figure all that out. I am gonna be going through and organizing the bed you saw in the last video. I don't know if I showed you in the last video, to be honest. I got the fridge mounted in the bed. I got the generator mounted, which that was already mounted, and then everything organized. We're going to pick up a one-piece drive shaft here, which I didn't mention that in the last video. I got a one-piece drive shaft I need to go pick up, and I also have a 105-gallon auxiliary tank that I gotta go pick up as well. So that's pretty sweet. I cannot wait to pick up those two items. But we're headed to Colorado. We're gonna drop that off today, like I had mentioned, and then gotta drive 2 hours, go pick another one up from CoPart tomorrow morning, and then boom, we're in California. They'll probably drop that Sunday. Hopefully we can get a load set up, but this week's pretty good. I'll probably spend, I'd like to say around, I don't know, $700-800 on fuel and maintenance this week, and then the rest of it, I think my gross this week was $4,500 after the 20% was taken out. I think this was like a $5,400 or $5,600 week, and then minus the 20%. But also, mind you guys, I don't pay insurance, so there's also that. So I mean, it's a pretty decent week. $4,300 after, minus like $800 for expenses. So this week we're basically taking home almost $3,400. That's my math. Rough estimate on the math, you know, I'm not gonna do this all in my head, but you get the point. So it's a decent week, $3,500 take home to pay my bills and to pay for all this other stuff, so. All right, we're getting closer. Now, ever since I put those blankets back there, like just shoved them behind, it's gotten a lot quieter in the cab, like a lot. So I know when I go to do insulation back there, it's gonna make a hell of a difference, but I think now I'm gonna keep the axle dump because before, it was too loud. Like this trip, it was just too loud after putting that fuel plate in. Now it's bearable. I like it. This thing is loud as shit though. In all of the whole year that I've owned this 12 valve, it has never been this loud. Like it is insanely loud on the outside. Like almost as loud as a common rail. Also, one big downside to being out here out west, the truck is very smoky on the bottom end out west. Depending on what state I'm in, what elevation, like Colorado's one of those states, Utah, I believe. There's a few states out here that just, this thing gets absolutely stupid smoky. But then other states, it's like, this thing won't even consider smoking at all. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I like the tuning. It's a little hot right now with this fuel plate where I put it. I mean, I might adjust it, I might not. I don't know. Maybe we go a little bit bigger on the turbo to kind of give me a little bit more, a little bit less exhaust pressure so we can control the EGTs. But I think it's pretty much where it's gonna be. Like, I'm happy with the fueling. Now we just need more air to cool the EGTs. So I think that'll be our next upgrade at some point. We'll go bigger on the turbo. There is plenty of fuel. Guys, it looks like we've pretty much made it. Holy, Buena Vista KOA, cool. I'm definitely gonna mess with the fuel plate tonight. It is way too much fueling, way too much. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it acts when it's empty and when I'm out east, but when I come west, it is not usable at all. Also, I need a fuel filter. Oh. I'm gonna have to put the fuel plate back in the factory position, but at least it'll be usable. All right, we're going up to park. It's funny, this thing will idle up the hill for me. Because I need a fuel filter, so I had to like rig that idle adjustment. My feet aren't touching the accelerator. New home. Now we go get a fuel filter. All right, I'm gonna start ordering these in bulk on Amazon because I can get them cheaper. This was $40 for a CarQuest. That sucks. Listen to this thing start. It idles at like 1200 now. I didn't even have to hit the throttle. It just does the throttle for me. And I guess it really doesn't look all that abnormal. I'm gonna drain it into a jug. You guys can see that. I think it's a little dark, huh? Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so I'm adjusting the idle now. It was pretty bad. Cool, I don't have anything on my face. It's idling at like 1200 RPMs now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring that back down because I thought it was an idle issue, but I think it's a fuel filter issue because if I get it to idle correctly, it stalls out. So what I'm gonna do, since I just changed the fuel filter, on a 12 valve, you gotta sit there and crank it and manually pump it. Nah, you ain't got time for that. On this, turn the key. You can hear the fuel pump going, so. Also, something happened to my backup camera. I don't know why, but it doesn't work anymore. So that sucks. I should have filmed it, but it started right up. I need to drop the idle a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to start off the day, okay? Took a bunch of off time yesterday because I'm like, well, I can't get to CoPart till 8 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It was 9:30, I got here, whatever. And apparently, this load is at their sublot, which is the Midway, or on what is it? Yeah, it's a sublot. So I had to download their app. I had to put in the buyer information, the lot number, all the BS. And now I gotta sit and wait till 3:30. A full day, wow. I'm gonna head over there now, figure out if there's any truck stops in the area, go figure out something to do. It's a big fifth wheel, apparently, 16,000 pounds. So I'm gonna get rolling. All right, so I know I didn't go over this yet. I told you guys in the last video that I was gonna be doing some rearranging and whatnot. So that is exactly what I did. Now, ignore the fact that it's dirty right now. I'm still getting the cooler figured out and everything. I got ice in it. So, here's what we got, all right? I got my GPS phone. I moved that up here. Probably going to end up getting rid of this backup camera because for some reason, it doesn't work anymore. So, I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, I got everything organized in here as I need it. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now back here is where we really I got leftover chicken and whatnot. So I have a trash bag. Here's where I'm putting all my food. Anything that doesn't need to be specifically cold, I just throw in here. A couple of bags and leftover whatnot. So that's where I got that. Got the duffel bag down there. Air compressor right here, and then, you know, my tub of towels and my paper towels sitting right there, and then a couple of pieces of clothing that I swap in and out every now and again. But that's basically it. So, you're probably like, where's the blankets at? And pillows and all that? Well, I have found a genius solution to that. As you can see, there's a ratchet strap holding the seat. Now, what I didn't show you guys, if you look back there, really don't know if you guys can see that. I have all of the pillows and blankets, everything behind the seat. And the only reason this doesn't go back all the way is because where the ratchet strap comes around and clamps, that's where this is bottomed out on. So this could go back further, but I don't have a better place to put the clamp, but I do like that. So not only that, but those blankets and pillows add to the insulation of the truck, making it a million times quieter in here than it was. So even with the mattress and everything in here, this thing is now a lot quieter in the cab than it was. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty loud after putting the fuel plate in, but when I'm cruising around empty, you can't hear the exhaust anymore. Whereas when I'm pulling a load, you know, you can hear it, it's definitely there, but it's nowhere near as like my head was gonna explode. That's how loud it was. But that's basically what I got going on. okay? You guys can see everything. This is basically what I wanted. It looks like a normal pickup truck. I can sleep back here, I can sleep up there. It doesn't matter, it's not bothering me yet. Maybe I'll think of another solution. Somebody had mentioned a like rollout type mattress. Could do that at some point, but not right now. And then I got my cooler, we got ice in there. That's actually working. I have it. I'm gonna go get a 4-way connector, and because when the lights are on, the cooler's on. So yeah, that's pretty much that. That's how everything is mounted now. So it's all coming together, and it just feels like I'm driving a normal pickup truck. So another thing that I want to make mention of is the whole reason for doing that is I wanted it to be, like I said, as normal of a pickup truck as possible. That's just what I wanted. I just want a regular pickup truck, nothing fancy, you know, with good organization. That's what I want, okay? So I want it to look as least commercial as possible, so that like when I'm driving around empty or whatnot, it doesn't look like a commercial vehicle. I like the look of this thing personally, okay? I can use it for whatever I need to, and I don't have to worry about switching things out when I don't have to, okay? With that being said, and after we got that nice little sticker there, I do want to go get some window tint. I know I said I didn't want to do this before. I want to do 50% on the fronts. I want to make the back windows as dark as possible. Front window, I want to do the brow. And then I don't know what I want to do for the back window here, because like I want it dark, but I want to still be able to back up trailers. So it's like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. How dark would you go? All right, so I didn't film it because we're in a hurry, but I'm gonna go pull up the road here and we're gonna go over the new load that we just picked up. And they sent me to the wrong location. So, gonna go do that and go over it, and then we're gonna be done for the day because I'm about out of time on my logbook. Luckily, customers said they are paying for the fact that I didn't work today. So that's good. I only drove like 2 hours today, so we're gonna hit Love's after this, but let's go over this fifth wheel because it's a doozy. You're gonna like this one. All right, well, here she is in all her glory, missing some latches, got some side damage, bunch of tape, bunch of more tape and window covers and whatnot. Some of the lights work. Look at that, we got working lights. I don't know how long they'll last for, but he said he wanted me to go inside and look at it. CoPart loads, you just kind of got to do that because most of the time we get the customer to sign off, so that way we're not responsible for anything that happens on the inside. Unfortunately, when the customer's not available, you got to do what you got to do. So in this case, I'm going to go on the inside and actually look it over to make sure everything's good. I have the fifth wheel on the top setting because I never readjusted it, but it looks like it's fine. We got plenty of room. I don't have to worry about my cooler getting hit, nothing getting hit. And I do need to pump some air into the bags, so I am gonna do that a while. Oh man, I hate muddy lots. I'm getting mud and shit all over me. Figure we'll get it out of their lot because ended up sending me the wrong location before I picked it up. So I feel bad for the guy that was standing there or sitting there for a long period of time, but he was still there when I got back. So dude, there, look at that. There is so much mud on these shoes. Oh, look at that, it opens. Oh man, I haven't even pulled her yet. Let's get in here and check out how gnarly. Oh wow. Yeah, he's got some work cut out for him. There's glass everywhere. He said something about the bathroom, the sliding door. That's good. Wow. Well, everything seems fine. Everything seems pretty dandy. We got some, broken windows. See how this thing holds up. I am gonna put a plate on. Oh, look at that. They have a fire extinguisher. Maybe we'll get a level 1 inspection with this trailer. God, I hope not, because it's gonna be borderline, because it is a wrecked unit. There's two things. I can see an officer complaining about that. I can see an officer complaining about that. So I'm gonna get this thing latched up. We're gonna get up the road to Love's. I'm gonna throw some air in the bags and go from there, because this is gonna be a decent trip. Looks like it's only 20 hours on the GPS. So I might be able to drop off Sunday. That means we get paid. He's paying in cash, which actually kind of sucks, because if he's paying in cash on a Sunday, I can't go deposit it. So sitting on a pretty gnarly hill. Let's see how the truck takes this one from a dead stop. GVWR is 15.5. There we go, that's not too bad. Riding the shit out of that clutch. Like there's much truck parking at this Love's, if any. That Love's didn't even have truck parking. I don't know where to go. I had like 4 hours on my logbook, but I want to be able to drive at like 2 in the morning. All right, here we are, another day. There's a truck, here's a trailer. Get ready to roll, do our pre-trip now. All the lights work. So, get the truck fired up, just went and got a shower, and now we're gonna go get some food, head out. All right, so this is gonna do it for this video, but I have a little surprise for everybody, because it's been years in the making. This is the first time I bought Armor All and actually cleaned the interior on the truck. Now, mind you, I'm not done. I have plenty more to do. We're gonna pull the seats out and do all the frame rails on those, and actually might even get some new seats for it. But check this out, there is no mud on the dash. You know, I know it's not perfect, it's kind of smudged in some spots, but I pulled the center console out. Look at how nice all this looks. I got the wiring routed to go in here. This is all cleaned out. I did the shift knob and all this, did down in every one of those, pulled all of this out, pulled the knobs off. Apparently you have to put them in a specific position in order to get them out, I think. Yeah, you can't just pull them out. You have to, there's a little keyway in there that you have to get it in that position to pull them out. But I pulled them all off, cleaned all that up, so this I'll probably do a little bit better of a job later, but I need to do the dash yet. Other than that, you guys should be proud of me for doing that. This is the first time I'm actually starting to, you know, take some pride in the vehicle, you know. So other than that, I think that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Hopefully we'll drop this load off tomorrow, and this week is insane. I believe this is in 6 days, $5,400. And it wasn't even hard work, to be honest. I mean, I might actually get to keep almost $3,500 of that after the 20% and the fuel and the maintenance and everything. It's gonna be a good week for a power only guy. So take care, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you stopping in. See ya.